Hi there, I'm Questy. Welcome back to Shadows Awakening. So, getting back into the swing of things here, we are at the Oasis. We've just received a giant lore dump, story dump. End of the last video, which I just checked out because it's been a week. I sort of surmised that they had not been able to find a way to get those story elements into the game sort of throughout gameplay, so they just dumped it all on us. But the name of the game here is we've basically been told that these two enemy wizards or inquisitors have arrived here to kill us, and one of them, Avenger, he's going to block the bridge, and the other one is going to seal us in with him. And now we've been told that we cannot fight him. I can confirm that is true. He is invincible. And one-shots my main character and whatnot, so he's completely invincible. But what we were told was that he is a sightless mage and cannot influence in shadow, and so that's why we should, that's our advantage. So that's bullshit and is totally not true. He actually is a demon in the shadow world, and he also is invincible and can slaughter our demon. So, needless to say, you might wonder why I know that. I know that because I am making a new start at recording this because I got so saucy about how bad this upcoming encounter is that I just wanted to wipe it and redo it. There's no trick to it. It's just run around screaming, getting flailed on. It's basically like a carbon animation of Elden Ring, right? So it's just frustrating. It's just annoying and stupid, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to go in there and try to do it. It's just incredibly tedious, but here we go. I'm going to save you from all of the swearing and grumbling that I did last time. Okay, here's the guy. He blocks me in. Nice job. Well done. And then this guy here is invincible. Nothing I do can actually bother him at all. He will stop to destroy my minion, which is basically all I got. Now I've got to turn this a couple dozen times. And as you can see here, the only thing I can actually do, okay, if I get caught by those, I get stunned and tons of attrition damage. So what I'm going to do here, he's got like these seeking missiles. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to try to lead him away. Now he'll drop that little sphere, right? So I'll take hits in here. So, and I can't freeze him. I can't actually affect him at all. So I just have to kind of keep bringing. So there, I didn't get him far enough away. I have to kite him away here. Sort of use the interaction here to try, like if he hits me once, I'm dead. So, okay, I'm just going to try to get a couple turns in, and then I'm going to quickly. So, like you can see, I wouldn't even dignify this by saying there's much of a trick to it. It just, oh, okay, there we go. So that's a kill on this guy. Yeah, we did not get enough time there. This is it. You just lead him away. You can't interact with him beyond that. You see, you can kind of dodge his projectiles by doing shit like that. That's it. That's the whole quote-unquote mechanic of this fight. Obviously, it took me a while to learn that there was basically nothing interesting to it by trying to do interesting things and getting fucked. So now, here we are. If I sound a little bitter, I'm just kind of annoyed that that kind of semi-climactic encounter between chapters was so...
The jagged peaks stretch from the borders of Corwynth to the Eastern Ocean, 1,000 leagues hence. The mountain range protects the northern borders of the wolf tribes of Temuria, but they rarely set foot in its passes. From the outlands to Temuria, only one route can safely be trod: Broken Spear Pass. Griffins roost high atop the craggy ridges, and may fancy a lone traveler as an easy meal for their young. Worse horrors lurk in the dark places, unseen by any mortal eye. High in the pass stands a remote Temurian border camp. Few who are not of the wolf tribes pass beyond into the Temurian wilds. I could only trust in the ingenuity of my accomplices to gain admittance. Outstanding. You eluded Avenger.
Thou jests. He shall surely follow us into the mountain pass.
You are not his quarry today. He will not risk pursuing you if it might mean losing me. Head for Temuria if there's a way to destroy the Crucible of Souls. You may learn it there.
Yeah. So, in the giant lore dump, which I'm hoping you probably remember better than I do if you've just watched that one, the Crucible of Souls is basically this thing that they found that they were using. Okay, we got enemies here. They were using to withdraw power from the Shadow Realm, and as they did so, it weakened the links or the barrier between the Shadow Realm and the real world, and that's kind of causing problems now. And he's trying to destroy it. The rest of them are, not, I guess. But basically, that's why there's all these demons possessing everyone, right? Because the barriers are really narrow, and all the demons are getting through. So anyway, though, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Now, obviously, some serious foreshadowing that we've taken this Temurian, our Knoll guy here, as a vessel. And that probably means that we're going to have a way to access that camp and get through. If they're kind of relying on you being Temurian. Okay, so let's stop babbling. Let's go here. Oh, ouch. All right. Oh, I evaded. See that? Skills. There we go. Man down. Huck some firepower at this guy. Oh, look at that. She's feeling more nuky. Like, some of her abilities feel maybe a little bit soft, but by the same token, look at that. Just slaps these fools down. Once again, so having just complained so bitterly about how poor that boss encounter was, or that, not even boss encounter, I guess it's really just a puzzle with NPCs, because you can't actually interact in a combat way with them. The world building and the beauty of the environments in this game, I have to give it to it. That really is the big thing, right? Like, admittedly, that sort of lore dump is not the way that I would generally want my lore. But by the same token, there's not really too many downsides to the actual story in the world. They're very interesting, right? Like, I think if you were thinking like, all right, I'm going to make like a D&D campaign or something like that about this, you could do way worse than... Okay, so this is like basically the real world equivalent of... Here, let's get her ready so that she can light him up when he comes by. This is the real world equivalent of the Shadow Realm encounters, basically. Speaking of which, we've got these little demon tribe dudes kicking around. Give me your souls, fuckers. I need some of them back after having to avoid that fucking god-awful encounter. Alright, let's head up top here and just make sure we haven't missed anything here as well. And we certainly have. Okay, let's just get through to this guy. Man, I'm liking that timing on the, I'm liking the timing on the freeze now. It seems to last for quite a while if you think about it. You see that? That nice like left here killed him with my exit with that shadow dash thing, and then slaughtered the other guy by closing up range on him. This guy's abilities are quite fun. I think one of the issues with the abilities in this game, like if you compare it to like Path of Exile, well, you can't even really compare that, but if you compare it to something like Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, the combat arenas are quite small. Like that's what I would say. There's not a ton. Has like a weirdly ill-defined green area around it. Anyway, there we go. We're regened. The combat areas are very small, very linear. So they've kept your movement rates quite low, so it doesn't feel as dynamic as it could. And when he has those shadow dash abilities and stuff like that, it just starts to get that glimmer of like, yeah, this is what it would be like if we had more room, like if we could Oh, there we go. There's a cenotaph. Okay, that's something that we definitely want to activate. But that does mean that this is probably the main way forward. So I do want to check out Al. I do want to check out and see Al. Oh, I evaded there. That's nice. Okay, so here's the cenotaph. I don't know if I can only activate it by being in this. Well, I know I can only use it by being in this, but claiming it, I think, is just automatic.
What others have begun, Evia shall finish.
That's right. Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, you know, it really does feel like it's a hint of those more dynamic ARPGs when you have this guy, you know, and you can dash through people and stuff like that. It just feels slightly more like you've come to expect from those more dynamic and more combat-focused ARPGs. Like, he's actually got these crowd control abilities that feel really good. Mobility. Pretty cool. But of course, he's very limited to interacting only with that shadow world, so... I don't know, this game is interesting, but it feels like so much more probably could have been done or could have been taken advantage of with this. It's kind of almost a proof of concept game in a lot of ways, right? There we go. This guy's actually starting to feel a lot better. I think I was already mentioning that in the last one, that he was starting to feel significantly better. Oh, okay. This guy's a bone demon. Let's have a go at him. Give him that thrown axe. And look at that. He's actually resisting a lot of this damage. So maybe let's try fire. Generally, you can kill things with fire. Okay, let's lead him into this if we can. Okay, this guy's actually quite an aggressive opponent. Let's get down the distraction. That almost felt like an elite kind of scenario. Okay, so we've got an underground here. Yeah, so it looks like basically the situation is bridge out. We've got to go underground. It's no problem. Well, he's just out there, but we can't actually reach him. I wonder if can this guy reach him? No. You know what? It probably actually treats this like that's just a totally different map, and even if he was standing here, we might not be able to engage him, so let's just head out. Actually, let's check around because, yeah, we're gonna have this, right? Okay, nice. So we've got ourselves a little drop chest here as well. Yeah, okay. Shadow Trader again. I know I haven't been interacting with him very much for a while there. I just didn't have any money. Potentially we can take a look here and sort of see where we are now. Yeah, recharge 202 silver. I can't remember how much I had. Let's see what he's got. I'm sitting at 16,000 now, right? So now all of a sudden that seems a hell of a lot cheaper. To use him for recharge and whatnot. So he does have some weapons and stuff that we could buy. Like, that's quite interesting. That's actually, those are some good numbers. But how much is that? 3,000. That's not crazy, is it? It's only level 5 though. I really, really wish I could toggle here and actually see my entire weapon, because, like the one that I have equipped, because if I look at this is fine, but I have no idea what he's got equipped, so I don't know what those special abilities, like this one gives me that critical lifesteal, 2% slay chance, I mean, that's all great, but I don't know what the weapon that I have equipped has, so presumably if I go sell, then I can check it this way, but that's just really inconvenient. Okay, yeah, that weapon is a lot better. Now, I'm assuming he probably doesn't really have... Yeah, he only sells stuff for this guy, but he sells pretty good stuff. And that probably means that's going to be the only upgrade channel, because most of these guys here have some legendary items already. So probably this is a good buy. I mean, it's level 5. So this level 8 one actually has those higher base numbers, but it has very little else going on. Whereas this one, that 10% critical lifesteal, that's pretty good. 7% crit chance. That stays the same across all. So this one has higher base damage, but it has a little bit less going on in terms of, let's see, 866, plus it's got that 8 to 12. So realistically, it's not that different. I'm going to buy this. All right. And then let's see about selling. Let's see what he'll buy. Essentially, we'll sell anything that's white, because we know we're never going to use it. We're not going to use the bulk of the rest of that either, but I just don't want to spend a ton of time looking into it. Let's see. Yeah, white cloaks. I don't think I've ever found a white cloak. But we do have some trash tier stuff to sell there. Once again, all the jewelry and stuff, I think it usually comes out as at least enchanted. Okay, that was a pointless click right there. Soulstone of Demon Hunters, Soulstone of Banish. I should actually have this equipped probably. Although, yeah, I mean, this gives me blanket bonus damage against demons, which I'm fighting frequently, but it's not a very big bonus. I think if it was a little bit bigger, then I would select that over the additional healing that we're getting up here. But I think I'd rather have higher recovery. Okay, that's not bad though. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and equip that. I mean, it's a big step up from here. I don't know whether it's a huge step in terms of like just having those extra abilities on it over the level 8 one, but I think that's probably going to be quite good. Okay, so let's head down here because we know that we're going to have to take the underground route. Of course we are, right? There's never anything as simple as just a good, easygoing bridge. Okay, come on. Did you see my exquisite targeting? I'm primarily just a forest fire risk at this point. Speaking of, we had incredible dry thunderstorms here just on Friday night. Like I was sitting in here just about to go on Twitch actually, and my power sort of flickered off for a second, like not actually enough to bring everything down. It actually just weirdly turned my monitors off. Okay, we're gonna switch here. We're gonna give this guy a chance here because he's got this wider ability to attack. There we go. Okay, we're gonna have to go Shadow Shield on this guy here. Let's drop his shield. Okay, we've got ourselves quite a few demons here, but there we go. That Shadow Step does some serious damage, and I love it. Yeah, anyway, it was a really weird power spike because basically it was enough to, I guess, extremely briefly kill sort of high power draw components in my computer. So I ended up losing video for just a second. And I mean not even a second. Like my screens went off and sort of went to like a standby recovery, right? Like they sort of started to warm up again. Ow. And then they just kind of came back on, but it had actually reset my device driver, so I had to like move windows around again and stuff like that. But it didn't close my game or anything. It was one of the weirdest power glitches I've seen. Anyway, then I went outside and like there was arcs of lightning just like firing from like sort of one side of the valley that I live in to the that was not what I meant to do. From one side of the valley that I live in to the other. It was spectacular, sort of after dark lightning storm. And then, of course, for the next day, just water bombers flying overhead endlessly. Trying to put it out, I guess. Like probably all the little spot fires that had popped up. Anyway, you know, some fun discussion of forest fires. Seems to be more of a thing these days. Okay, so here's the other bridge we could take. Shock and amazement. It's not available. That is something else. Like, I don't want to be too critical of this game. Like, it's doing an okay job overall. But it wouldn't kill them to at least every once in a while be like, hey, there's 2 ways you can get to this objective. As opposed to basically just laying the maps out like this, like just a straight line path with no available variation. You just have to go down one path. It's not ideal. I mean, it's not even a case that it has to be super meaningful or like a big detour. It's just kind of just to give you the idea that the world actually exists rather than just being, you know, like a ride, you know, at a park or something like that, which is how this kind of feels. Oh, nice jump, buddy. Hey, you want a little of this? You want some of this? How's about that? Oh, there you go. No one suspects the forward roll attack.
The Sebecan slaver stockade. It's dangerous to even get this close.
Okay, actually this dovetails in interestingly with some of this stuff, right? So Timorian border camp, but I'm wondering if, didn't we find out that one of Arashad's friends was captured by slavers? Oh, right, you're immune to freeze. Okay, hello. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Some big damage. There we go. Oh, look at him healing there. Naughty. Just take a quick look around. I didn't poke around here. Okay, freeze down. Thank you. Swipe those guys. All right, we're at max charges, so we don't really need to linger around too much. Let's carry on forward. Anyway, I have a hunch this slaver camp is going to be, hey, play with this guy instead of slashing me down, please. There we go. Hey, guys. Ow, holy shit. All right, that actually hurt quite a lot. Let's pop a little mine action there. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful. That was some really bursty damage that we just saw right there. And it looks like some on-death ground effects too that we probably don't want to mess with.
How gracious.
Okay. Let's see what we can do with this guy here. Let's do a little roll attack. Okay, we can one-shot him with that. That's actually a surprisingly serious offensive ability. Okay, he's being a bit of a prick about this. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh, he's immune, right? I keep forgetting these guys are immune to freeze, but they're not immune to anything else. So, actually, let's give our Temurian a chance as well. Yeah, he does all right. Oh. Ranged attacks, eh? Better get that shield up. No bueno. There we go. Okay, he's bringing his shield up. And then getting rocked. Oh, that's not cooled down yet. Okay, let's try this. There we go. trying to use a few more abilities now just because oh, snipe. I think that was one of those, I don't know what his chances are here, but I think, let's see. So where's his overview? How do I do that again? Character, yeah, here we go. I think he has like a slay chance, right? Which is not that, yeah, so his slay chance is 2%. So that was basically a 2% shot right there. I think it just wiped him out. I mean, it's possible that was just a crit. I don't know though. That seemed like that was a pretty quick kill. Oh. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick here. I don't want to give him time to get his shields up. Okay, we can snipe this guy down. Okay, there's his shields. Let's pop that. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna have to pop over here. Drop his shield. There we go.
A measly treasure is better than none.
All right, let's give him something to worry about. Let's give them both something to worry about. See if we can get them clustered up. Okay, we can. Let's get an AoE out on them. There we go. Some good destruction. All right, we got ourselves a chest over here. Let's see. Leather belt, very nice. All right, let's go chip chop style on this guy. There we go. Yeah, I have a hunch we're probably going to find some of the objectives at least from those previous zone quests in here. These guys are really bad slavers. Like, they're really bad slavers. You would think you'd want to keep some of these alive. Although, actually, you know what they did say in the last area? They did mention that they were actually collecting bodies as well and using, like, zombies as slaves, basically. You know, like Shaun of the Dead style. What was that other movie? Not Shaun of the Dead, but Fido. That's what it was. That was the one where they'd had, like, the, you know, zombie apocalypse and then just kind of figured out how to like integrate zombies into their society. So you could get like a zombie like butler kind of thing. Not really butler, like they just had like control collars or some shit. Man, that's an obscure movie. I hadn't thought about that in years.
We have made this far at least.
Okay. So we still got just dead dudes all over the place. It's just a sanitation nightmare. Okay, this has the feeling like I'm about to be in a boss fight here. And that would be good timing. A boss fight or just a lot of folks fight? No, he looks a little bit boss-like, doesn't he? Yeah, there's the sealed arena. Nothing if not predictable. All right, let's get a distraction down. Oh, holy shitballs. All right, I'm gonna quickly try to drop some of these guys. I wouldn't mind if I could get some damage in on this guy. All right, I'm actually gonna go and okay, see what you're doing there, pal. Okay, they're immune to freeze, which again I forgot, but there we go. Taking out his ads. Okay, this guy's immune to slay, so like we actually know that they did.
You the mercy of the grave.
They did think of that. Now this, I don't think. Oh, there we go.
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
Did his shield just disappear? I think it did.
Tremble before my wrath.
Okay, yeah, we're just putting a lot of damage in on this guy. He does not have much of a chance. Okay, he did get one good hit right at the end there.
That soul is mine now.
Your chaos ends, Sir Beacon.
Huh, okay. Well, that was pretty straightforward. I guess that was a dude called Sebekin. And I guess we got him now. So we're going to have to take a look at that. Okay, slaver key. Presumably that's how we move forward, right? But I do want to check these other passages that, well, okay, we got a number of things to do here. And actually what I might do is leave it all on a cliffhanger, because we are sitting right on 30 minutes. So it's a perfect time to call this game. And I'll jump into the next episode right away here. And we'll take a look at our new acquisition. We'll take a look at our new gear. And then we'll get going and finish exploring this immediate area. With that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, I hope I see you next time.